Cool. Hello, welcome. Alright, so last night, if anyone was there last night, I was streaming and I was just like live composing, but the stream was just me more messing around until I found something to do. But now I'm just kind of picking up where I left off yesterday and I'm like live composing music. I figured everyone's trying to do something right now that's entertaining. So, why not start streaming more? Is everything fine? Can y'all hear me? I guess I should type it in because there's a delay, so I don't see y'all's responses for like 15 seconds. Let me know. Everything sounds good? Okay, cool. Yeah, there's like a delay, so I can't. Also, I can't hear it back. I mean, I guess I could like turn the sound on my laptop, but I don't want to do that. I have a kind of convoluted setup for all of my live streaming stuff. All right. My voice is quieter than the piano. All right. Let's see. Turn this up. All right. That should have made my voice louder. Cool. Let me know if that sounds good. What's my ska band? Why does it keep doing that? All right. What's my ska band? My ska band is We're the Union. What's the person's ska band in the chat? I don't know. I don't know their ska band. All right. And let's get to writing some music. All right. So this is what I wrote yesterday so far. And that was all that I got done over the course of like 3 hours. But yeah, so the way I write stuff is I kind of like map it out on piano, like left hand, right hand on two separate tracks, just so it's like melody and chords, I guess, or melody and not melody. And then I basically build upon from there. Yeah, so I'm gonna continue building this. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna do some marimba. Let's get some percussion in here. So I guess that's the percussion color now. I try to coordinate all of my tracks by what type of instrument it is. So I'm gonna put some marimba. Yeah, that sounds good. And let's see. harp. Orchestral percussion. Or is it? No, I think it's VSL percussion is the one I want. Oh gosh, I haven't used this stuff in a while, so I don't remember where everything is. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I'm like hearing, I don't know if y'all hear the sound of me hitting the keys, but I think it's because the microphone is Alright. The microphone is like resting on the keyboard. Because my mic stand sucks. Alright. Okay, yeah, that's so much better. Yeah, I was like hearing it in my headphones. But what I don't know what y'all are hearing because the setup I have is ridiculous. To work surprisingly. Well, I mean, like, this piece is gonna change tone. It's not, like, slow the whole time, so you'll see. You'll see when I'm done writing. Also, my window's open, so if you're hearing, like, trucks or cars outside, it's because, I needed, like, fresh air in my house. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Cool. Alright. Let me mute these piano parts up here. Oh, those are 16th notes. Whoops. Alright. Quantize, so it's in time. Alright. Cool. Now I want another percussion instrument. I'm gonna mess around with the percussion that I have. You play piano as great as everything else. Oh, I do not. Definitely do not. Oh my gosh. I used to be a lot better on piano, and then I started sucking. I just don't practice the way I used to. And I practice other things instead. Alright, let's see. What else do I want to do for this? I want another, like... Wait. Let's try this one. Let's try that. Yeah. Do I want to keep it as that? I'm gonna mess around and try other instruments out. I want something percussive for sure for that part. What? Oh. Okay. I don't need wood block right now. Various percussion. Whoa. Oh, I didn't know I had that. Okay, cool. Good to know. I'll probably use that a little later. What does that say? Grinch Night Loop? Oh, I think those are custom ones someone made. And it's just still there. Because that doesn't sound like a plugin for this. Keyboard instruments. Oh, this is all just like harpsichord? However it goes. No, harpsichord is definitely not going in this piece, though. Oh, God. All right. Let's go to other... Let's try this. should rename this one. There we go. Alright. Music box. No. No. Ooh. Is that a sonar program? I don't even know what that means, so I'm assuming it's not. Let's try it down the octave. Nope, up the octave. I don't like it. I can't wait to mix this so everything doesn't sound like completely unbalanced. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm gonna also mix that with the harp. Alright, let's see if I can do some quantizing and make that more in time. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Alright. Yeah. Alright, I like that. Yay, trash pickup. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I'm hearing the sound from my interface, which is the sound going through OBS, which is the streaming program, but I'm hearing the sound through two interfaces because I have to connect two interfaces in order to do this live stream where y'all can hear things back. So I'm hearing like double audio as well as the sound from OBS, so it's like everything's stacking and it's very chaotic. So I don't know if y'all are hearing trash pickup like I am, or if it's just like whatever. Yeah. All right, that sounds good. Let me rename that. What's this instrument even called again? Kalimba? Is that how it's pronounced? Alright, cool. Now for this part, I need to make another violin track because the one thing I hate about this plugin is you can't have multiple types of articulations. So you have to just make a completely separate one. Let's go up. Oh my god, okay. This microphone's really annoying. Give me a second. The convoluted setup I have. Alright, cool. Let's get the Met going. And yes, very, very interesting, very thought-provoking part right there. I think I'm gonna add it down the octave too. Yeah, that's why I'm not really mixing right now, because it's kind of impossible to get a good mix. I'm kind of just getting the levels down. I'm doing like for the flute and oboe because this plugin is quiet as heck. I have like a little bit of compression and a little bit of an EQ, but like other than that, like I'm not trying to do a mix down on this. I'm just trying to get it to sound decent because mixing while live streaming is just impossible with like the way this setup is. It's been like an hour. All right, it's fine. I think they're actually outside my house this time. We love to hear it. This has become a trash pickup ASMR, I guess. I got like 20 people watching. Are 20 people actually watching, or is it just like I got 18 bots watching? Can bots watch live streams? I'm gonna tweet. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send a tweet with this link so people from Twitter. My Twitter be popping lately, like really popping. Video game sounding music live. All right, tweet has been words are hard. Tweet has been sent. VSL percussion. Let's add some xylophone. Where's the xylophone? There it is. So let's add some marimba. Yeah. Do I want to do that? Alright, so breaking down the music theory of that a little bit. The motif that I'm basing all of this off of is, where'd the live stream go? Oh, there it is. The motif I'm what's it called? Basing all of this off of is just going up a major scale. Like, actually, let me go to this piano plugin. So I believe if I open this, you'll be able to see the notes. Yeah, there we go. So, except for it's muted. So it's D, E, F sharp. So it goes to the like tritone. And I can infinitely go up if I like do this and then start that same motif but in A flat. I can just infinitely go up forever. Music is cool. Yeah, that's what I was playing around, seeing if I should do that, but I think I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to go up the octaves. Oops, whoops, thought I was sounding right there. Let's quantize all that, because it's not in time, and I'm cheap. Alright. I wish I could play bass. I just had surgery on my slap hand. Oh no! Well, I hope you have a speedy recovery on that. Hey gays and days, what's the energy for today? The energy on a scale of 1 to 10 is definitely a 6.9. Love your covers and originals on Spotify. Those aren't originals on Spotify. Those are covers. Those are so the Pick It the Fuck Up is our Counterintuitive Records. What's it called? Worked with me to make that record. So yeah, all those songs like what's it? I can't speak today. I'm trying to like open it and talk at the same time. Like Cold Raviolis is by Graduating Life. Lauren Track 2 is by Prince Dan and the Hyena. Shoulder It is by Retirement Party. Un Mensaje is by Insignificant Other. Stone is Born Without Bones. Don't Be a Stranger is Nervous Dater. Camp Games is Pictures of Vernon. Anything But Lovely is Old Soul. Indigo is Mississippi. And This Must Be My Exit is Oso Oso. Yeah, so all of those bands are off of Counterintuitive Records. And for the 4-year anniversary, they worked with me to create that cover record of those bands, which is awesome because Counterintuitive Records has always been one of my favorite record labels, putting out a lot of my favorite bands. So it was really cool to work on that. So you should check out all the originals if you haven't heard them, which I'm assuming you have not heard them because you assumed they were all originals when they're not. I'm gonna add some. No, I'm gonna save the. What do I want to do? What do I want to do with this part? I think I add a little bit of trombone. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then I'll add horn. And then trumpet. One of those is not in time, something that's being played. It's definitely the piano that I just muted. Let's add some bass. Oh, that's interesting. Why is it doing that? Oh. Alright, let's make a copy of the bass track and let's add some spiccato bass articulation. Actually, I'll just do staccato, not spiccato. Can't even tell if it's like in time or not. Yeah, that sounds fine. Alright, let's copy the cello because you can't select multiple articulations. That's like the one thing the one beef I have with this plugin is you can't change the articulation like mid. Can you? Oh my gosh, yes you can. Okay, cool. I was like looking for that when I just got these plugins or I started using them. So yes, there is a way to change them so I don't have to copy the tracks. Okay, cool. Alright, so what you want to do is, I believe the sustain was C0. No, it wasn't. It couldn't have been C0. For cello, it was probably C0. For bass, it's probably going to be like C5 or C6. Yeah, so sustain is C4 and staccato is E4. So you go up to the note C4 and you just put it there. So once it plays that note, it'll change the articulation. Cool. Alright, well, I figured that out. We figured out the mystery, gang. And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Yeah, so C0 and then E0 is the ones I want for this. So C0 and then over here I'll do E0. Yeah. Yeah. And then viola will play something for once. Which I believe viola is the same. It's probably going to be. I'll put C0 back here. I try to put them at the beginning of every phrase because you never know when these programs be glitching. Dun 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 dun. And then. Alright. Yeah. Sounds like something out of an animated movie. Well, considering I studied film composition, I would hope that it sounds like something out of an animated movie, specifically because I want to work in animation, like composing for films and TV. So. That xylophone is so loud. Why don't you, none of y'all say that? Tell me that. That xylophone plugin specifically has always been too punchy. That's been my beef with it. All right. We're gonna move on from that little section for right now. I'm gonna come back to it once I like give a second rundown of the song and have more instruments and voices. I try to just add the essentials to get the point across, and then, yeah, the way I compose is wild. All right, so I need to put back in C0 so I can have the sustains. Yeah. All right. Cool. Are you my upstairs neighbor? There's nothing below me but dirt, so I hope not. What song is this? This is an original song. An original song that I have composed. Or am composing. Cool. That sounds good. All right. Let's give some violin 2 some action. Let's get some guitar in this. So let's put that up there. Guitar. And where's the guitar? Where's the guitar? Guitar. Orchestral, band, guitar, nylon. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right. Let's try that again. Add some harp. Cool. All right. This is a hydration check. If you're watching this stream, hydrate or dihydrate. Send them my way then. I can only write with free time because I have to use my time to, like write music for money, and no one's hiring me to write like scores for their films. But if people hire me to write scores for their films, then I will write more scores for films because I will have free time to do so. Because that's like literally what I want to do. It's like funny that like the YouTube ska thing became a thing because I like never wanted to do that as far as making money. But hey, I gotta make money somehow, right? Add some trumpet. Let's go up the octave. So a lot of reverb on that trumpet. Let me see if I can like turn the reverb down on this plugin. It's a little better. I kind of didn't do much, but whatever. What do I want to do? Maybe trumpet and oboe mix. Is that oboe or is that just flute again? When did that get switched back to flute? Okay. Alright. Let's fix that. Sometimes when I reload projects, it does that. It'll like change certain instruments. Or do I want to save that? Oh, now I'm conflicted. I have so many ideas of what I want to do with the voices here. Because that whole phrase repeats again. So. But I think that time I'll repeat it with oboe and flute. Yeah. Make the attack a little softer. Alright, now I think it's... I don't like that articulation though, so... A little too short. Maybe? Yeah, there it is. Alright, cool. That was a little too long on that note. That's a little too short now. I don't like that anymore. Quantize. Quantize. It's a little loud. I do know I want a trumpet. Yeah. I can dig it. Alright. hopefully the new apocalypse will be over soon. The clubs aren't allowed to have shows because all the shows shut down on a really early curfew. This sounds too much like Isengard, hobbits, and such. I've never heard that, so I don't know what that is, but James not killing the scene, just being safe. Can't go back. I mean, everything's... Oh, this is going to be a chaotic year. I think there's going to be a lot more chaos later in the year than there is now. Because, like, everything's kind of just, like, shutting down, which is, like, that's fine. Like, literally everybody is on quarantine. The real chaos is going to be when every tour is trying to reroute with tours that are already being planned. And, like, bands are going to be dropping music festivals to reroute other stuff, and people are going to have to prioritize. That's where the real chaos in the music industry is going to come from later this year. And based off of Scott Network plans, that's already a thing that we're dealing with, involving shows, like, in November. So, like, yeah, it's a real thing that's going to be happening. Why is Gainesville suddenly super loud today? I can hear like a plane flying over. Actually, I want to do like a jazz bass and I'll do that down here with like the more band-like instruments. Bass is gonna really bring this all together, I think. I'm also gonna do drums in this too, a little drum set. Bass, do upright. It's so interesting because like some of these plugins kind of have a preset reverb and others don't, or I've eliminated it because I don't like using the plugin reverb or like creating my own. So unmixed, it sounds like really chaotic look, especially with the flute and oboe. Another instrument to be playing that part. Ooh, I think I might do that. See what it sounds like. Let's record some marimba. Sure. Cool. This Zelda level is dope. That's so funny. I wish you all a great day and have fun with this awesome piece. I gotta run, gotta pack my house. Later, folks. I'll see you around Facebook, Twitter, etc. Say hi. From James. I could do like a saxophone there. Yeah. Classical like saxophone sound with that trumpet. Ba-da-dum, yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa. Can't believe I have not used what's it called? The bassoon yet in this piece. Typically I'm always using bassoon. Alright, let's quantize that. Let's make that sax. I think the EQ is for oboe, so let's mess with this a little bit. Those are not in time with each other. Why is this sax plugging like that? Is it this? Or is it the trumpet that's off? One of them is off. Right there, right there, right there. Maybe this is hanging over. Or maybe the velocity is too high? I don't know. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Sure, that works. Cool. Still sounds off, and it's only that saxophone. Interesting. This is like MIDI can be really annoying to work with sometimes. It sounds water level to you? Interesting. These wouldn't be the choices I would make if I was making a water level piece. For a water level, so like if I'm making like video game music, I like to use different instruments for different like timbres to represent different like elements, especially. So if I'm gonna make like an ice level, like I might as well just open it. I might as well show the ice level one. I think I opened it the other day. Yeah. Take a break from this for a second. And welcome to the vortex. The vortex that is OBS. But yeah, different things have different timbres. That one I was going more for like a very like villagey sound, obviously, which is why I was using a lot of like instruments like marimba and like guitar and like strings, because those are all like really like wood-based instruments, like instruments that use wood. So like I would imagine like a more village like home-based sound using all of the instruments versus like this piece that I was working on a little while ago. This is like a very ice-inspired one, so all the instruments that I'm using are much more like on the side of like metallic instruments. I think I have a piece that had a water level piece that I had opened recently yesterday. Do I have one? Maybe I can find one. Hold on. So I did have one on this computer, so it should be back when I first got this computer. Oh yeah, it's the absolute first one I ever made. Welcome back to the vortex. Did it just get cold in here? Underwater forest level. I like that. This is the water level piece that I was working on a while ago. I definitely should finish it. It was really cool. I basically did the basic outline and then never did anything with it after that. Alright, so... that alone, like that very Mario N64 sound. Oh, there is a delay. Oh, because I put like a fake master on it just to get it the point across. That's why it's delayed. Alright. So like that. Like that. It's just outlining a D suspended second. And I feel like suspended chords make a lot of sense for like water levels because like the idea of like suspension and buoyancy. This is all just percussion. I also doubled that in the music box. And then some vocals. I had some pan flute later on, horn. It wasn't a lot, but a lot of the focus on this was more percussion, like using a lot more like percussion as the driving force alongside this like bass line and like suspended chords. It was also definitely heavily based off the Zelda Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, not Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker ocean sailing theme. Yeah, that one was I paired with another piece that I wrote, which, where is it? Should be down here somewhere. It was one of the first things I wrote when I got this computer. Is it not here? Let me try searching it. There it is. Sure, why not save? Back to the never-ending vortex. I do game music. I do game music, but yeah, I've not been like no one's hired me to like make music for a game, but that's something I would love to do. Vibe 64 was not found. Oh no. Oh, this might be the wrong version. Oh, this is 100% not the version I was looking for. Whoops. Alright. Oh god. Okay, no, this is an old piece. Alright. Vibe 64 was not found. Oh, no, crap. This is the one off my hard drive. Okay. Well, I'm giving up on this endeavor of finding this other one. Oh, I can pull up I just realized another thing I can pull up. Wait, no, let me search it on the open tab. Open. Yeah. This one was a very like desert level inspired video game song that I was working on. Could you explain borrowed chords? You're talking about that yesterday. I know nothing about that. All right, when this thing opens, I'll explain borrowed chords. It's actually like extremely easy and simple. It's a very simple concept. As soon as the never-ending vortex. All right, cool. Let me make. I'll just use this marimba track as an example. So here you have like C major. Wow, there's so much reverb on that. All right. So like if you're playing, obviously like you have like the notes in C major, where if you just play C, E, and G, you get a C major chord. If you play a D minor chord or a D, and then you go up 2 notes in the scale, and you play F, go up 2 more notes in A, you get the triad D. So using the same logic with every note, if you go up 1 or skip 1, play 1, skip 1, play 1, you can build pretty much triads on any note. And there are your notes: C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. And that's for major. And so for minor, C minor, you have, that's C natural minor, in which you have C minor, D diminished, E flat major, F minor, G minor, A, what? A diminished? Or A flat major, sorry. A flat major, B flat major, and C minor. So borrowed chord basically is if you're playing, let's just say, a chord progression in C major. Sorry, it's super reverby. I'm just making up some chord progression. And let's just say, you know what? C minor is the parallel minor for C, or yeah, it's the parallel minor for C major. Let me take a chord from the C minor scale and play it in the major key just for a second. You're literally just borrowing it from the parallel minor. So like in C major, your 4 chord, the F, that's a major chord, but in C minor, it's F minor. So if you're playing like a chord progression, and then get to that 4 chord in that F, instead of playing F major, you're just playing F minor, because you're just borrowing it from the, what's it called? The parallel minor key. So instead of it being, you know, F major and C major, it's F minor and C minor. But you're still in the key of major. Like you're not modulating to the key, because when you modulate, modulation is you're setting up a tonal resolution into C minor. So like a modulation would be like you're playing C major, and then you play like this 5 chord, and then you resolve it to C minor. Then now you've modulated into C minor. But if you're just taking 1 chord from the minor key, then that's just a borrowed chord, and that can be for any chord. Like A flat major obviously is an in C major, but if you're playing like a chord progression, and then you play that A flat major is just being borrowed from C minor, and then you can resolve back to C major. And that's why like a B flat major also works well with C major key chord progressions, and so forth and so forth. So yeah, borrowing chords is super easy. You're just taking chords from the parallel major or minor key. Because you can also borrow chords from, like, if you're playing in C minor, you can borrow chords from like C major. So if you're playing like a piece that has like a C minor chord progression, like you can play like an F major instead of F minor, which is like a really cool thing. A lot of like a very Renaissance-y thing to do. Also, a lot of like film scores will use it. Specifically the major 4 in a minor key. That's used a lot like in superhero movies. It's used a lot. John Williams uses it a lot too. Anyway, Desert. Thank you. I appreciated it, and you explained it very well. Thank you so much. Do you always borrow from the parallel? Yes, you always borrow from the parallel. If you borrow from the relative, you're not taking new keys. So like you have C major, and the relative minor is A minor. If you borrow from A minor, it's still all the notes of C major, so it wouldn't be like a borrowed chord. It's always from the parallel major or minor, depending on which one you're in. Anyway, desert music. This piece also goes pretty hard. So, like, after this, I'll go back to composing like I was before. This piece was really interesting. I mean, I typically do write a lot of pieces like this, where I'll kind of build up upon one thing and make it like bigger and bigger. Like this is the, what's called like the bass line that's in the marimba. It's just an octave, or major fifth and octave, or parallel, perfect fifth and octave. Wow, I can't think right now. And then that's the motif being traded off between these two. And then here's where the beat truly drops. And this is another piece that I definitely utilize a lot of percussion to like grasp that like kind of deserty vibe. And plus sitar, because if you use sitar, it automatically makes anything desert sounding, even though the sitar did not base out of the desert. Well, that's not the sitar playing right now, actually. That's another dulcimer, I believe that was featured. I don't even know where that is coming from. That whole song is a prime example of tension and release. The whole song is tension, and then you finally get release at the end. That's a deserty example. Yeah, I love messing around with creating soundscapes of different ideas. All right, back to what I was working on earlier before in the stream. Crinkle drinks. I hope everyone's drinking water. Y'all better be drinking water. Hydrate or dihydrate. Or cryhydrate. Alright. All that to say that my process does end up sounding good in the end. It just sounds a little chaotic when I'm initially working on stuff and like it's incomplete as heck. Alright, let's hear what I got so far. this, I think what I'm going to do instead, even though I said I didn't want to do this earlier, I think I'm going to use a different violin plugin and cello plugin for those. Because they're great for creating like very full chords, but for like playing melodies, I'm just not feeling it. And I have another one. It's going to sound not as realistic, but it's fine. I don't care. Sometimes when you're creating video game sounding music, realism is not the thing you need the most. Yeah, alright, that's what I'm going to use for that. Oh, I love me a good old system overload. I'll work out the kinks of that later, but that's basically what I wanted to sound like. Alright. Alright, that just sounds a little chaotic. Let me... That velocity is way too high, that's why it sounds like that. Now those notes sound very detached. So this cello plugin sounds terrible. Maybe because it's soloed. Maybe I don't want the solo one. Let me try on ensemble. It's a little better. I think there's a way in the options changes the... Let me quantize this. Let me put that plus. Interesting. Alright, let me turn this velocity now. Sax is still bothering me, so I'm changing that. I'm changing that instrument. The wonderful world of composition. It's me just messing around with these plugins until I am happy with something. Oh, that wasn't real beatboxing. That was just me messing around. I can't actually beatbox. Try that. I'm gonna try bassoon. Driving me up the wall right now. There you go. I think maybe putting violin playing that last. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna double that actually. Let me try this. Put that in violin too. Yes, mixing together two plugins that I'm not fond of into one plugin that I am fond of. That is the trick. add some drums. Let's add a little rhythm to this. I feel like adding drums in will make it pop. All right. Good jams, bro. Keep it up. Thank you. This really be hitting different. What's up, boys? This do be hitting different. Do the jazz kit. Hold on. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add something like that over that. Try that again. Yeah, alright, cool, that sounds good. Let's quantize that. There we go. Yeah, let's add some ride bell. I like that. Wow, the percussion already... Drums. Percussion already makes it sound so much fuller. And it's not mixed. Wow, I can't wait to mix this and see what it sounds like. I'm gonna move on. Come back to that section. There's a cool... I like this next section that's coming up. Oh my god, the Met's not going. Alright, let's see how well that was without a Met. Because oh, actually, it's not that bad. Wow, I was able to quantize it. Cool. Let's double that in the marimba. Cool. Something like that. Do trumpet next. Yeah. All right. Cool. Big fan. I hate my phone. This is really pretty so far. Thank you so much. I gotta look at a house. Just wanted to stop by and do great music. Wife's out, run again. Good luck. Good luck with everything that you're doing. Are you saying goodbye? Oh, gotta go. Yes, you are saying. Later. Thanks for hanging with us, James, for so long. Since like the beginning of the stream, pretty much. That is very. The horn does make that sound very Star Trek-y. My favorite chord is if you take a what's it called? Augmented chord. So like C. I'll do it up the octave to sound better. C, E, and A flat or G sharp. G sharp, I guess, if you're talking in the sense of a triad. G sharp, and then you add a major 7 to that. It's the most like space sounding chord out there. Yo, John Williams and Gustav Holst loves that chord. That's the like Death Star chord. And then resolving that by taking the C chord and resolving to A flat major. Oh, that's my can my live stream get flagged if I say shit? That's my shit right there. Those are my two favorite chords back to back. Major 7, sharp 5. Yes, that's absolutely what that is. Oh gosh, I love chords. All right. This part, I have a very... Okay, drums, cool. Now let's add orchestral percussion. Let's start with the bass drum. Drum kits, orchestral percussion, bass drum. Yes, okay, there we go. I think I want to add a little rhythm in the violin. So yeah, I'll do something like that in the violin. Subtle, but cool. And cello. What was the plugin number for that? let's see, staccato is E0. So let's play this and then I'll add it later. Yeah, alright, now quantize that, go down here, E0. Alright, so bassoon, let's see here, on the bassoon, C0 as well, and then the articulation for staccato is C sharp 0. So let's see, C0, and when I come up here, let's just put that down here as C sharp 0. Alright. Let's see what other articulations sound like. No. I think I like it better just with the regular articulation, but the shorter notes than I do the staccato articulation. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. But the attack is a little late, so I'm gonna move all of them up a tiny bit. Yeah, cool. This section sounds good already. Am I getting breaking news vibes? Yeah, anytime there's a xylophone playing, what's it called? This rhythm. Whatever that rhythm is, that major second apart. Cool. That sounds good. I could easily. This just ends. It's so funny. Message held for review. Well, it's been reviewed and approved. It's giving me a lot of Nintendo vibes. I enjoy this a lot. Yep, that's the plan. I think the tempo's a little slower than I want it to be. By 2 clicks. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that for now. start with some piano. So it hasn't been piano like in this whole piece, which I normally never do, but... How do I want to end this? I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Just keep it simple, nice and simple. Ah, Met's not going. Ooh, that was an accident. I wasn't meaning to sound jazzy. There we go. Alright. I think that's where I'll end it. Whoops. All right. Is this the shitty plugin? It is. It 100% is. It has to be. Yep, it is. All right. I think I'm gonna do the counter rhythmic part and the trumpets that I'm hearing first. We love a tritone. We stand a tritone. The news channel is Pokemon. That's so funny. Upbeat theme playing on the news channel before talking about the coronavirus. Oh my god. Chaotic. Accidentals. Alright. Actually, for that last one, I want to go up the octave. Or not up the octave, up to the next chord tone. Yeah, alright, cool. I rock with that. I really do. Alright. Now, French horn. I messed up. Yo, my cat really do be just vibing though. She's been back there this whole time, hasn't she? Huh? I guess she gave up. I'm like feeding her once a day, cause she gets annoyed like every 20 minutes and wants like food, even though she has like dry food out. She's also like 12 and barely even eats to begin with. So like I don't know. I guess she just gave up on me trying to feed her again. So like. It's like, it's only 4 o'clock. Like, why are you trying to eat? Like, come on. All right. So I guess she just gave up and was like, I'm just going to go to sleep and vibe. Whoops. So, What am I doing? Oh yeah, now I remember what I did. Can I get an accidental, please? Alright, and yeah, there we go. Now trombone. I can't wait for this to be mixed. I keep saying that, but it's already sounding pretty good as is. And I'm not even like, I'm only doing the skeleton of the song right now. Except for, I think this plugin is very like, it might be the articulation though, not necessarily the plugin. So let's mess around with these articulations. Click that. GarageBand. It's a bigger, beefier cousin. Yes, it is. It is Logic Pro. You want to be able to do any of the stuff that I'm doing in GarageBand. Oh, it's the harmonic. That's why it sounds like that. Interesting. It's still a little like... Alright, that one trumpet's a little too excited to be playing. Even though the velocity is at like 2. I don't know why it's so stoked. Alright, I'll worry about that later. The catchphrase of this feed, I'll worry about that later. Orchestral. Let's go to orchestral strings. Double bass ensemble. Oh, hello, why is it trumpet right now? Yeah, alright. There's a wrong note somewhere. There's a crack I'm hearing. Do I want to double that in another instrument? Oh, I'll double it in harp. That'll be good. Piano and harp. Yeah, that's what I'll do. those chords to be so close together. So I have to go down the octave. And then I'll do beautiful. Oh, except for not beautiful. I can't quantize that. But I can quantize that. I was really wrong on that one. I'm so sorry. We stand parallel fifths. No, we don't. Never mind. I don't want to do that. Cool. Which one's the cymbal one? There's like 5 cymbal plugins stored here. Not cymbal I have. I think it's orchestral percussion. Cymbals. I think that's the one I want. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Mix those up. Just slightly different. Alright. We need a cymbal roll into that. That's a cymbal roll. That's what I call a cymbal roll. Yo, huge fan. Awesome to catch you live. Thanks so much. Thanks for hanging out here as I compose music for hours. Might as well add another crash there. Sweet. All right. All right, let's hear what I got so far. Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, cool. I'm gonna add a little piano texture into this part. That is not the texture I meant to add. Oh my god. All right. Let's try that again. Cool. All right. Barely any mess ups on that. I think I'm gonna do that on piano. Cool. Imagine knowing piano well enough to do that. Yeah, actually, I do know piano. I know piano well, I just can't play it well. So, like, I understand, like, when I look at a piano, I understand how all the patterns work. I understand, like, I can look at a chord and be like, oh, I know what the 2-5-1 will look like and all that type of stuff. And stuff, but I can't, like, I don't have, like, the muscle memory to play the way that I want to. And especially because I used to be a lot better at piano than I am now, so it's a little frustrating. I think I'm gonna double that in another instrument, maybe this. Yeah, having the conceptual understanding is so frustrating when you can't, like, play the things that you know need to be played. It's so frustrating. Alright, let's add some snare. I am terrible at writing MIDI snare, but hopefully it'll get the job done. Oh gosh, it's like the weakest thing I can do as far as like creating like a MIDI sound. Is there even a snare drum plugin here? No, let's go to the VSL percussion. Snare drum ensemble. Let me do the other snare plugin. I think it sounds a little better. Sounds a little better. I'll stick with it. Sure, why not? I have a musical background, but never really touched piano, except for my production classes. Is there any advice you give to someone who is a proficient in piano with music production? Honestly, get proficient in piano. Like, definitely practice it. I think piano is the most important instrument to understand when one dealing with music production, but also just music theory in general. It's very easy to visualize. Like, I can't look at a trumpet and see the valves and be like, oh, I can visualize the circle of fifths and like how far like intervals are on that. Like, you can't do that. And like, it's better with like guitar. It is, but it's like a little different. Piano's very universal, especially at least in Western music, and it's very easy. I mean, obviously with Western music because you're using Western music theory as the ground for that. So I definitely think getting like more familiar with piano and practicing and just learning your at least all of your scales and everything alone will help you visualize and like learning how to play chords and different inversions and like spacing stuff out. I think that's like the most important thing you can do as far as like music production. It like really amazes me when I meet people who like produce music and they don't know how to play piano or an instrument in general. I'm like, how does your brain like process what's going on like with the music if you don't understand like the basic layout of the keyboard? Let's record some guitar. That was a mess up on my bad. Thank you, Hector. Let's make a little thing to make it sustains again. How low is the bass being played here? Alright, so cello, I'll have play the third. Cool. All right. Viola will play empty MIDI region, C0. I'm sorry, that's not C0. That's C0. All right. Viola will play. We'll play the root. Yeah, the root, and then I'll have the. No. I'll have Viola play the fifth. They're really spread out chords. Yeah, alright, cool. Now violin 2 will play. Not that violin 2, the other one. We'll play the root. And violin 1 I'll have play. What do I want violin 1 to play? Do I want, no, I don't want the melody in the violin. I'll have it just play the third. Okay, cool. Starting to sound pretty cool. Let's get some percussion. 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 I'm losing my mind because I've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. Yo, I see people that do like live streams of video games for like 6 hours. I mean, I guess if we're playing a video game, it's a little more like. I think I could play a video game for 6 hours. Like I could like speed run a video game for hours and not be worried about losing my mind. But this engages. This is like me thinking. I'm like thinking for 6 hours, and like that's mind numbing. All right. Let's add some. Let's go to this Cuba sound. I'm gonna do con. I'm gonna do. No, I don't need timbales. Let's mess around. Legend of Zelda, Koji Kondo is definitely a huge inspiration for a lot of my writing. Let's add some shakers. Yo, miscellaneous percussion ties songs together for sure, because this is already sounding like 20 times better. Where's the shakers? Where do I have a shaker plugin? I don't think... Do I have shakers on... Are there shakers on this? Something tells me... One of these I think has a shaker, like, in it. That's not what I was looking for, but... Good to know. Is it the timbale? Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna use... I know there's a cool shaker plugin. Where is it? Oh my god, there's so many. Alright. Not orchestral world. Percussion. My keyboard's in Axiom Pro 61 key MIDI keyboard. I've used it in a few videos. If you ever see me playing keys, it's the same MIDI keyboard I've had for like 3 years now. I bought off Craigslist for like $200, which is really cool because it costs like $700. I didn't know that. I'm seriously vibing to this. Heck yeah. Yo, everybody's gangsta until I come in with the shakers. The vibes are much harder now that there's all the percussion. Another shaker plugin because I'm very serious about my percussion, miscellaneous percussion. Hi-hats and shakers, shaker 1. Even though this is like there we go. Those are the two I'll use. Oh yeah. 2 shakers, that's right. That got a little off. Something's off with when I quantized it. Yep, there it is. I see it. Something's off over here too. Alright. Oh gosh, wrong part. Do a nice cymbal roll. A cymbal roll ties everything together. Actually, no, I'm not going to start with the cymbal roll. It starts kind of a little small. I'll, however, do a crash in the drum set. That's what I'll do. Where's the... Yeah. Oh, hello, the loop got turned on. Cool. All right. I think that's as much as I'm going to work on this today. So I'm going to end this stream. What will be the total COVID-19 death toll? I don't know, but judging how America decided to just wait for weeks before doing anything, probably pretty high. This depends on a lot, I guess. Still, it's cool that people are like kind of self-isolating, which is dope, but like also like there's still millions of people who aren't doing anything about it and not taking it seriously, and whatever. I mean, like, it's funny how like two weeks ago Trump was like it's a hoax, and then now he's like, oh wait, this is real. Like, yeah, we know, everyone knows. You should have acted on it 2 weeks ago, and then we could have saved a lot of trouble. But hey, this country is just gonna keep doing dumb things until it falls apart. Can't wait. And then when this country falls apart, the world will fall apart because this country's interfering with so much of the world. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the stream, y'all. Bye. Any other last questions? I guess I should wait until like, because there's a lag. I'm like watching the delay. If there's any other last questions, I guess I should play the whole thing top to bottom. I'll do that, and then after I play the thing top to bottom, I'll answer whatever questions come up in that time, and then I'll end the stream. Yeah. Nice. All right. Save that. Answer the last few questions. Best ska band right now. My answer is. Oh gosh, that's a tough one. I think my personal. Okay, no, actually, I'm gonna say Kill Lincoln. Kill Lincoln because I've been watching their story on Instagram, and all of the new stuff that they're tracking for their record seems so promising. And best ska band to see live, definitely Kill Lincoln. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Kill Lincoln as my answer. The other two contenders are gonna be Los Cagaleros and Catbite. Those are like those three bands are like my favorite, and the Bruce Lee band. Those are like all my favorite like ska bands right now. It's human nature to be shitty. I wouldn't say it's human nature to be shitty, because humans are very loving, compassionate creatures. I say it's very colonial and imperial and capitalist nature to be shitty, because capitalism is a system that requires people to be suffering at the bottom for it to work. So by nature, it's shitty. Thoughts on Ron DeSantis? Ron DeSantis? Ron DeSantis? Terrible human being. I mean, what else is new? I feel like if you're the governor of Florida, you're just automatically a terrible human being. Best spot in Florida. There's a lot of springs in North Florida. Honestly, North Florida's full of a lot of cool nature stuff. There's a lot of really dope springs. Like I went to Salt Spring. I would say recently, but honestly, it was like a year ago. Last time I went to a spring. And it's just really, really cool. There's also Wakaiva Springs, I believe I went to in Orlando. And just if like being in a spring is just really, really dope. And it's like especially a Florida spring, because they're like typically springs are like hot water, but Florida springs are all like 74 degrees year round. So going to a spring on like a 90-degree day is the best feeling in the world. Definitely something I want to do more this summer. And I might do probably in the spring too, since all of my spring stuff fell through. If it's not terribly dangerous to go out into the world. All right, I'm gonna end the stream now because I really have to use the bathroom. But yeah, see y'all. Oh wait, I can't end it there. I have to end it over here.